Well, it's really a pleasure to get to say a couple of things about Cavett Robert. I didn't know him really that well, but whatever contact I had with him, he always had such great eye contact. He always made everybody that he spoke to feel like they were the most important person in the room. And I think that's a great gift. He really encouraged people on a regular basis. Sometimes people laugh and say, oh yeah, he said that to me too. Because he would say things like, you're going to be great. You're going to be wonderful at this profession. But I think that's part of what we should all do. Maybe the most important thing he did for all of us, though, is to set a standard for this association, and you've heard it over and over again. Make the pie bigger so everybody gets a piece of the pie. I want to wish all of you great luck, not only in your career, but in carrying on this great spirit of Cavett Robert.
Hi, I'm George Morrissey, the 1994 Cavett Award recipient. I have many wonderful memories of my association with Cavett Robert. However, there are two that particularly stand out for me. First is the power of positive thinking, which was originally credited to Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, a longtime member of NSA. However, for me, it represented the heart and spirit of Cavett Robert. He had the remarkable capability of making people believe that they could accomplish anything they set their minds to do. The second was the importance of the local chapters to the growth and sustainability of the association. Largely as a result of Cavett's commitment, I was encouraged to serve as senior advisor to both the Southern California and the Central Florida NSA chapters. I am forever grateful to you, Cavett, for being both my mentor and my hero as a part of this great profession.
I had the privilege of getting to know Cavett, not only professionally at our NSA conferences, but also at our chapter meetings and even informally. I started my business in Phoenix, Arizona, and as you know, the headquarters are right there. And not long after I joined, Lee Robert, his daughter, and I became very good friends. So I had a chance to see Cavett sometimes in a more informal setting when there weren't lots of speakers around. He still was the loving and giving man, no matter where it was I saw him. My story, what I remember most, is actually kind of funny. I have to give you a little background first. My area of focus in my work is diversity, inclusion, and unconscious bias. When I joined the National Speakers Association, I joined in June at a chapter meeting, and the convention was the next month, July, right here in Phoenix. Because it happened so quickly, I was not available for the entire conference, so I showed up the next morning when the conference meetings were already going on. So I get to the hotel, I register, I get a name badge, just like anyone else, and then I take the elevator up to where the meetings were. As the elevator doors parted, there was an elderly gentleman standing there waiting to get on the elevator. He pinched my cheeks like this and said, "I'm so happy you're here." I was a bit stunned, thinking, what did I get myself into? Who is this guy? Pinching my cheeks, and I don't even know him. Well, little did I know that my name tag had a red dot on it, and that red dot meant what we now call VIP, otherwise known as first timer. So Cavett was being his friendly self and welcoming me, but of course I didn't know who he was. Not long thereafter, however, in one of the sessions, the person on the platform honored Cavett so that all of us could give him a round of applause and welcome and say thank you to him for starting the National Speakers Association. It was at that moment that I realized I was in the right place at the right time for so many reasons.